Well, welcome to the RCJ end of the week recap. So today I only got 3 stories for you guys. Try and keep them short, not too long for you guys. Something like 10 minutes or so. First story is WTF. WEF Davos Escort service are completely booked during 2024 conference. I wonder why. Must be a lot of lonely elites out there. But the article says right here, okay, the elite members of the WEF began arriving at the Alpine resort town of Davos on Monday, marking the beginning of the 54th annual gathering of the controversial globalistic group. Okay, the group is made of 3,000 world leaders in attendance prepared to discuss programs ranging from climate change and artificial intelligence to viral pandemics and global wars. Now, okay, AI, I kind of could see why they want to be they're worried about that. And pandemic, especially when we went through a pandemic. And global war, yes, of course we have to worry, always got to worry about that. We don't want that to happen. World War III might be the last war we ever had. Climate change, I'm too iffy about that right there because you have to think about it. Do we want the earth to cool down or warm up? If you think about it, if it cools down, there's gonna be more ice out there, so it's gonna be less land for us to grow crops. If it warms up, the ice melts, is gonna melt, we're gonna have more land. And there's another thing you gotta think about it as well too. If the climate change was real and the sea level was going to rise, why do they have a whole bunch of companies investing in Miami? If they believe that this is going to not, if it's going to flood, why are they investing millions of dollars in the coastlines? So it's something to just think about. Demand of prostitution and adult entertainment absolutely skyrockets as soon as the world leaders touch down in Davos every year. The world's richest, famous, and powerful, most of whom travel without spouses and families, create an eager market for high-end escort service and ambitious freelancers who can charge as much as $2,500 per month. According to a report for the French outlet 20 Minutes, local escort service Tit for Tat has been booked solid for the convention's entire 5-day run. Thanks to the world's elite, there are currently no T4T escorts available in the entirety of eastern Switzerland. A lot of lonely gentlemen out there probably. I mean, maybe they offer escorts for female too. Who knows? I wouldn't know. So what you guys take about the WF meeting up and having this discussion over how the world should be run? And do you guys believe that they should have the authority, or should we live how we want to live? Comment below, let me know. All right, the next topic is about Vivek. Entrepreneur Vivek ends bid for Republican presidential nomination. He's the youngest candidate in the field, was known for his anti-woke views and trumped himself as Trump 2.0 on the campaign trail. I actually like kind of like Vivek. I like a lot of things he had to say. He's very, very well spoken, very fast too. I mean, this guy, he's kind of reminds me of Obama when he ran. So that's one issue that a lot of people were saying, if he's like a Trojan horse, pretty much. Is he really who he says he is? Because he came out of nowhere. Ain't nobody knew who he was, and then all of a sudden he kind of just started appearing everywhere. Now, since he ended his presidential nomination for this year, do you think he's gonna continue next couple of times? I believe so. I wouldn't be surprised. I think he knew he was gonna win. He just wanted to put his name out there so that way, when the time was right, everybody know who he was. And I think if he continues being the same way how he's campaigning, he might be a good presidential candidate. I said, okay, He's a wealthy entrepreneur and a first-time candidate for office. Has suspended his long-shot bid for Republican presidential nomination after months of struggling to gain significant ground, further shrinking a field dominated by Donald Trump. And we all know Donald Trump is going to be the Republican nomination. We all know. So Nikki Haley, she could just drop out. I think Chris Christie, he be finally dropped out. Ron DeSantis, yeah, he shouldn't even ran from the beginning with. I think he really should have just backed up Donald Trump. I mean, just kind of help him out. Who knows? He could have been a vice president, but now I'm not sure if who Donald Trump is gonna want to get as a VP. Better not be Nikki Haley because I want to say she kind of scares me right there. Kind of reminds me of Hillary right there. Like I said, he did pretty good for starting out, so I can't blame the guy. He's only 38 too. He's still very young. He got what, 38? So another 4 more years, he'll be 42. He has a shot right there. Then 46. Then 50. So he gets a lot of opportunities. He's still very young. Okay, like I said, he's a businessman, so that's why he actually knows how to run a business. A lot of these politicians, they don't know how to run businesses. They're probably they're at the end lifelong politician, and I think they're very corrupt. I think we need to get a lot of those people out. We need a term limit on Congress, the Senate, all of that. It's just like the presidency. You shouldn't be able to serve just for X amount of time. So how about you guys? What do you guys think about Vivek? Did you guys like him? Do you think he has a potential to be the president in the near future? Would you want to see him? Or do you guys think he's a Trojan horse where he's saying everything that he needs to say, but then in the end, he might not be able to do what he says he's doing? We'll see. Only time will tell. All right, the next story I got right here is UFC fighter Sean Strickland annihilates journalists over LGBTQIS and all that questions or whatever. I can't keep up with all that. And it's a pretty funny clip. And I mean, this guy, he's not, I won't say he probably ain't the smartest guy, because I'm not the smartest person out there. But he pretty much, he just tells the journalist how straightforward how it's supposed to be. I put in a clip right there so you guys could hear.
Ask you about something you wrote a couple of years ago. You said, if I had a gay son, I would think I'd...
Oh, look, another. I'm saying to you, the swamp, you guys, the swamp.
You become a champion, you become a star, and someone says...
Let me ask you something. Are you gay?
Have you had the chance to interact with a more diverse...
Are you... Let me know, are you gay?
Could I get an answer?
Well, no, I'm asking, this is the part of, are you a gay man?
I'm an ally of the community.
Okay. If you had a son and he was like, you had a son, he was gay, you'd be like, oh man, you don't want a grandkid?
No problem with it.
Oh man, well, dude, you're a weak fucking man, dude. You're part of the fucking problem. You elected Justin Trudeau. Like, when he sees the...
Pretty funny clip, huh? Yeah. He annihilates that journalist right there. But it says here, okay, the controversial UFC fighter, Sean, has gone viral over his answer to a journalist's questions during a press conference. Strickland was at the presser's head of his fight against South African fighter DeCruz du Plessis. I'm sorry, I butchered that right there. The question was about Strickland's previous comments about the LGBT community that caused some people to be quite offended. That's one problem with that. People are just getting too much offended over words. Come on now, people. Okay, the previous comments centered around the UFC's recent partnership with Bud Light after the Dylan Mulvaney fiasco. He went viral for saying that he supports the move from UFC, but how he could fix the brand's tarnished image. Yeah, I mean, I can't get mad right there why Dana White took a partnership with Bud Light. At first I was kind of curious, okay, what's going on right here? Why he's doing that? Is it just for the money? But then after Dana White, he just lay it out and say why he wants to help out the people working for Bud Light. At the end, that's his goal right there. So actually from there, it started making more sense right there. So, okay, I see. What did you guys think about what Sean said to the reporter? Do you guys think he went a little too hard on him, too soft on him? Or do you think he should take it more easy and be more careful on the words he says, you know what I mean? But like I said, right now we live in a world where apparently words hurt people. I have another story here that I want to share with you guys. Let's make it 4. Okay, so the 4th story I got right here, surprise right here. Okay, well, the 4th story I got right here, it's actually here in Texas, where it might actually, which is probably affecting us really. Texas authorities have begun arresting immigrants at a local park near the U.S.-Mexico border officials. So if you guys haven't been keeping up with this, what's going on right here is that Texas armed guard actually took over the border from the federal guards. So that's a big issue, right? Not big issue, but yeah, you have to think about that. So now just Texas guards guarding the border now instead of the federal guards, because the federal guards ain't doing their job. They're supposed to be protecting our border. Okay, the Texas authorities arrested immigrants at the Shelby Park in Eagle Pass, Texas, late Wednesday evening and charged them with criminal trespassing, making the first arrest of immigrants since the state took control at the area at the U.S.-Mexico border last week. I mean, and it's not just Mexicans or Central Americans or South Americans. There's people from China, Africa, all over the world coming through there. And we don't even know who they are. Really don't. So does this create more tension? Do you think are we coming closer to a civil war? Well, not a civil war, let's say. Do you think we're coming closer to where Texas is actually gonna secede from the United States? Which I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of people are gonna be saying, especially if you're from Texas, you're gonna say, yeah, we're tired of all this BS is going on. It's time to move on. It was fun when it last year. It's time to secede. But if let's say if it does happen, how it's gonna happen, and how it's gonna affect the economy. Even though Texas, I want to say, is like the 8th largest economy in the world, so I believe we could actually sustain ourselves if we seceded from the United States. What you guys thought? You guys think that we should secede from the United States or what? Let me know. I'm very interested to see. We're gonna have some more conversation like this. Okay, so I was gonna give you guys just 3. I decided to give you 4. What do you guys think? What was your favorite topic? If you guys like what I'm doing right now, go ahead and like, subscribe, comment. Let me know. I want to hear from you guys. Let's.